Hey, this is Dr. Carver from Dr. Carver's Auteur Autopsy. Today we're going to be talking about Night of the Demons, a vastly strange movie about a group of 10 teens who, during a break from a party at an abandoned funeral home, take part in a séance that conjures up a demonic presence. Despite this evil force taking possession of them, all ends well for the group. Just kidding, they mostly all die in what is the greatest movie of all time. Who among us doesn't love a little occult dabbling and demon conjuring on Halloween night? That was how mine played out this year. Certainly these kids were into it, as Angela, the girl throwing the party, gathers a group of almost universally unlikable teens who are all in their early 30s for a little of the old summoning evil, resulting in multiple possessions. Night of the Demons came out in 1988 and features Scream Queen Linnea Quigley, who is unfortunately naked throughout most of the movie. You might remember her as the naked chick in Return of Living Dead, among other movies. I don't get why 1980s dudes were so into her, as she is pretty gross. One of the other chicks they make out to be some super hottie, this Angela chick, isn't much better. The other three girls are nice though, but I digress. As for the goods, there's a lot of decent stuff here. Again, some of the ladies are pretty alright. The girl in the Alice in Wonderland costume, who is the survivor girl, is really not bad. The makeup is insane, the story really moves along nicely, and is pretty interesting. There are a couple of good chuckles, and the acting is campy but solid for the most part. As for the bads, there's a lot of unwanted nudity. Basically, all of the characters except for maybe the first girl to die and the survivor girl are all extremely unlikable. But since they all die, maybe that isn't so bad a thing. And everything with the old man that sort of bookends the film is just the worst. I won't get into him here, but suffice it to say, he's terrible. So, basically every character in this movie is a huge asshole. Jay, played by one Lance Fenton, who you may remember as one of the gay football bros from Heathers, is rapey and a dick. He's, I think, the second character we meet. He is the rich bully type from every coming-of-age movie you've ever seen. He is picking up the survivor girl here, whose name is Judy, who is alright. But her and her brother Billy have some weird shit going on. So Billy is very young, but acts like he knows everything, and even talks about his sister's, quote, cha-chas, unquote, which is fucking gross. And then next we meet this guy who's wearing a pig face costume, whose name is Stooge, who is the worst. He is basically Zeke from Bob's Burgers, all grown up, except way more of an aggressive asshole. He causes the group he is rolling with the party with to get stranded by driving like an idiot and causing them to get a flat tire. When the girl in the car with him says something about it, he threatens to beat her because this guy is a charmer. They are also giving this black kid a lift, who I won't get into much here, but he ends up being alright. Judy, Jay, this dude who looks exactly like this kid from Adventures in Babysitting, but is not in fact that kid, whose name in this movie is Max, and this attractive Asian chick drive by. Max asks if he can give them a hand and claps for them because he is a dick. Another asshole in this movie, this guy named Sal, shows up uninvited. I end up sort of liking him in the end, but he is mostly a cock early in the film. He gets called Count Dingleberry, the flaming asshole of Transylvania, by the Adventures in Babysitting guy when he jumps out of a coffin, which is sort of funny. And finally, we have the two sleazy girls, Angela, the witch hosting the party, and Linnea Quigley, who is the naked chick in several other 80s movies, most notably Return of the Living Dead. She is gross and looks like she's in her 40s, but they are all supposed to be in high school, so figure that one out. Anyway, once everyone is there, the locale is an abandoned funeral home. They find a mirror and have a séance, because why not? The girl, who doesn't matter in all this, the one Stooge verbally abuses, sees a demon face and her face all like busted up, smacking on the inside of the mirror. This later happens on a car windshield. She freaks and breaks it, the mirror, which prompts Stooge to threaten to beat her again. This guy, man. But this is where shit starts to get weird, as the demon shows up out of the cremation furnace and possesses Linnea Quigley. The chick that saw the demon and the black dude try to leave and fail. Around here, the weird girl Angela explains that the house is possessed, not haunted, and goes into detail about the difference between the two and how they're all fucked. Stooge, however, has no time for that shit, as he is there to, quote, fucking rage, and off they go to do teenager things. Basically, the dudes get all rapey, and Angela, who also gets possessed, and Linnea Quigley get weirder. Angela starts dancing about, giving Sal a private show. It's insane. She dances like a total cray. Sal is like, is this sexy? Like, I gotta go. I like this guy around here. Elsewhere, Linnea Quigley is naked. Shocker. Gross. She shoves lipstick into her fake boob. What? Yeah, you have to see it. And for the rest of the movie, things are fucked, and most everybody ends up dead and possessed, except for the survivor girl and the black dude. It's a fun little horror flick that holds up pretty well today. The ending is fucking dumb and involves that old man, and it sort of comes out of nowhere. But I'm gonna ignore that and recommend it as the greatest movie of all time. Comment below and let me know what you think. Tune in next week when I'll be discussing Bad Taste, the debut film of one Peter Jackson of Lord of the Rings fame. Until then, this is Dr. Carver signing off.